Trucker Television is brought to you by JD Factors, charting a path to growth. Forbes Hewlett, don't follow, join. Diesel Spec, engine tuning experts. Welcome to Trucker Television, the best of the trucking world. This week on Trucker Television, Brandell Diesel Incorporated, Calgary, Alberta. Rig of the Week, a sweet Saskatchewan Peterbilt. And trucking legend, Vernon Erb. But first, amazing custom big rigs at 12 Gauge Customs.
The other Jeff's been working on this truck, and he went ahead, since you're here last, he mounted the 12 gauge oval grill, and we actually had these custom signs built for the front of the vehicle. Kind of says it all, Scott Lynn Group, and we polished it and had the inner part of it sandblasted to kind of create a little bit of a different illusion. And on the side of the truck, on the side of the hood, you'll see a couple more decals that actually say 1975 on them, which I believe to be the year he was born. And that's also going to be the unit number. If you look down, we've actually got our lift bumper mechanism on it. We're just waiting to put the bumper on it. I'll just show you how this works without a bumper on it. Just to give some added ground clearance. And on this, we're going to go between a 20 and a 21. Sucks it in real nice and tight so the bumper won't go down the road vibrating and carrying on like crazy. So we got, at this point now, we are just mounting the shocks. When we had this truck so low, the shocks that we send with a kit, because it's got the PACCAR engine in it, we had problems with the shocks bottoming out and still allowing them to have proper clearance. So we had now custom built a set of shock mounts that we're going to start implementing and sending along in all the kits. It's kind of the nice thing about doing projects like this every once in a while is that we're able to see what kind of potential stuff other shops will run into, and at that point ask around and see if it's worth implementing an upgrade or a change to our air ride kit. These fenders, real nice and deep, 14 gauge, 304, real nice fender. Added our blind mount fender mounting kit. So for the most part, usually these fenders all have paddles and stuff that would run on them. The only thing flexing there is the actual fender. Like the mounts are solid. This is where we are today. And hopefully by tomorrow night, we'll have another good portion of this thing completed. Stacks will be on, deck plate will be on, eye panels will be on, and then we're just down to the little, takes about a half a day to a day to adjust all the little nitty gritty stuff, the stuff that you're not really planning on, but when you look at it, you're like, oh, I wish we would have done this a little different or done this or this. So we're getting to that, so over the weekend we should be able to sit there and fine tune everything to make it just ever so perfect. and pull the heartstrings.
I gave the brightest kill.
Stay tuned. When we come back, legend of trucking, Vernon Erb, shows us the Erb Joe Weber truck collection.
Diesel Spec. Tuning for performance and fuel economy.
It's a big difference for the transport with the price of the fuel. They do a great job. I was doing about 5.7 miles per gallon. Now I average between 7.5 and 8 miles per gallon.
Is fuel economy important to you? How can you not call Diesel Spec?
New Line Spray Suppression. Email us a picture of your truck and you can win a set of New Line fenders and be on national TV. New Line at truckertelevision.com. New Line Spray Suppression.
Now hiring company drivers, women and men. Late model, all Peterbilt fleet. Dependable runs, great pay and benefits. Locomote Systems, transportation specialists.
RPM Havelock, the show that has it all. Every type of cool car, all the car clubs. Artistry in iron motorcycles. Who has Canada's coolest big rig? The Trucker Television Show and Shine. Swap meet, farm equipment, boats. Be on Trucker Television at RPM Havelock, the show that has it all.
12 Gauge Customs, award-winning trucks, big rig chrome and accessories. Shop online or call 12 Gauge Customs.
Laidlaw Carriers Tank is seeking liquid tank owner-operators. Competitive fuel surcharge program. Base plates, border crossings, and tolls paid. Our people and equipment set us apart.
Closed captioning by Dean Cartage, serving the industry for over 50 years.
The trucks we have here are all because of Joe Weber, the guy that was our shop foreman for years and looked after all the maintenance for many years. He's responsible for everything we've got here. And unfortunately, he passed away some years ago, but he deserves the credit for what we've got here because he had the interest and the time and the ability to put them together the way he did, and it's very much appreciated. This particular truck is sort of a joint deal. It is owned by Marianne Dietrich and Erb Transport. Ted Dietrich Jr. sold us quite a few international trucks. Was a very good dealer and a very good mechanic and worked on my trucks for quite a few years. Unfortunately, Ted died at a fairly young age, and he had put a lot of his equipment and different things into a van trailer, and this was a truck that had been in the van in his trailer, and Marianne felt she'd like to have a more secure place to keep it, and so we offered to take it out of the van and store it for her. We also said it should be restored, and so Joe and his crew restored this truck, completely restored it. So as I said before, it's sort of a joint deal. Marianne supplied the truck, we restored it, and so I said, let's call it a 50-50 deal. So if we ever dispose of it or whatever, it's still part of hers and part of ours. And so this is a 1939 D130, which the Dietrich dealership used for many years. I imagine they got it new. But in fact, one of our drivers told me that he used to work for Dietrich's and he used to go to Hamilton to pick up machinery with this truck. Stan Meyer is actually a brother-in-law of Marianne's, and he said he used to drive this truck to Hamilton years ago to pick up parts. And so this is part of our collection and we're proud to have it here. It's a little different. It has, I believe, a 4-speed transmission and a 2-speed axle in the back end, and the axle is shifted with a lever, so it actually has 2 gear shift levers in the cab. Later on, I think they came out with either with a vacuum shift or an electric shift for the 2-speed axle. But this one still has a lever to get your range into either high or low in the rear end. This particular grill, the Lone Star that International now is offering, is sort of patterned after this grill. It's kind of a sloped grill, and it's supposed to sort of imitate the style of these older models, the D models. These were out before the KB models came out. I believe this is the oldest truck we have, and then the rest of them, the KBs are all in the 40s, and of course then the Rs and that are in the 50s and 60s.
When we come back, Rig of the Week, a sweet Saskatchewan custom orange Peterbilt.
Irv Transport. Good people, good living. Now hiring company drivers, owner-operators, and technicians. Employer of choice. Call to find out why. Irv Transport. Another cool move.
Advanced welding techniques, training for success. Come see our new virtual training lab at advancedwelding.ca.
Now hiring company drivers, women and men. Late model, all Peterbilt fleet. Dependable runs, great pay and benefits. Locomote Systems, transportation specialists.
Time to trick out your big rig? Check out ZZ Chrome's huge inventory of high-end chrome and stainless accessories, bumpers, visors, pipes, LED lighting, and more. Plus custom fabrication and installation. Find us online at zzchrome.com.
The new Trucker Television, starting Sunday, June 14th. The best of Canadian trucking. Not actors, truckers. The new Trucker Television, Sundays at noon.
Diesel Spec. Tuning for performance and fuel economy.
It's a big difference for the transport with the price of the fuel. They do a great job. I was doing about 5.7 miles per gallon. Now I average between 7.5 and 8 miles per gallon.
Is fuel economy important to you? How can you not call Diesel Spec?
When I woke up in
43 years ago, I didn't have a job, and I just keep buying a new job. It's a 2013 389 Pete, 600 Cummins, and a little bit more. 18 speed, do heavy haul with it, out of Canada into the US and back. There's no place between Mexico and Alaska I haven't been. No state or province, so yeah, I guess so. When they build the tunnel to Hawaii, I'll go. That'll be good, if the toll's not too high. Well, I got all stainless steel. I got tanks and all my boxes are stainless steel. Bruner's headache rack and boxes. Engine work by these guys here, IDP. Did my interior a little bit. Got about 80 grand extra into it. I got my complete delete kit done here, and I moved from 4.4 mile to the gallon to, right now I'm getting 6.3, and overall average is about 5.8 on the computer, so I'm pretty happy. Got pretty good horsepower, lots of pulling, so I'm pretty happy. Check your paycheck, because at the end of the month when I take $2,000 more home every month than you do and we're doing exactly the same work, that's why. Fuel economy. I ordered this as a 600 and then I run it for 80,000 K and the best I could get was 4.4. Joseph, do something with this. Pretty happy with what he does. Now that he's got this new place, I can even walk around in there. This is the leader of my pack. She leaders me all over the place. I never saw a hood ornament like that before, and it was just sitting there in Phoenix, Arizona, so it decided it better come with me. She has no name, she's just the bitch. Got a stand-up sisters on the side, they're all right. Little chrome pieces, you know, you gotta have chrome. If you don't have chrome, you don't go. I'd rather be homeless than chromeless. Flat lines all the way around, everywhere that there's lights except the ones on the side, button lights. Everything else is flat lines from trucks. Them come out of Ontario someplace, New Line. That's my third set of them, and I've never broke one yet. I can walk on them in the winter or the summer or whenever. Never broke a set yet. We were in the bar one night, and one of the girls that knows the truck, the song came on, and she said, that's what you have to put on the side of your truck. So that's what I did. Then I stainless steel all the tanks, and the guys made custom steps for me and headache rack and all that, all down in Missouri. This guy up here, Saskatoon Welding, he builds some stuff for me, like around the little jockey box door, he did that. A couple pieces on the door he did. I go to probably 3, maybe 4 shows a year in the States and a couple up here once in a while. So it's not too bad. I like showing off. Kind of a show-off kind of guy. 8-inch pipes, gotta have 8-inch pipes to be a big truck. Okay, 7 is good, but 8 is better. How's that? He feels better now.
After the break, mileage and horsepower at BDI, Calgary, Alberta.
Irv Transport. Good people, good living. Now hiring company drivers, owner-operators, and technicians. Employer of choice. Call to find out why. Irv Transport. Another cool move.
12-gauge customs. Award-winning trucks. Big rig chrome and accessories. Shop online or call. 12-gauge customs.
New Line Spray Suppression. Email us a picture of your truck and you can win a set of New Line fenders and be on national TV. New Line at truckertelevision.com. New Line Spray Suppression.
Dragon Jeans, what Biker TV rides in. Protect your assets. Dragon Jeans. Ontario Truck Driving School. Your path to success. Training for your future. Thousands of jobs. Ontario Truck Driving School.
Diesel Spec. Tuning for performance and fuel economy.
It's a big difference for the transport with the price of the fuel. They do a great job. I was doing about 5.7 miles per gallon. Now I average between 7.5 and 8 miles per gallon.
Is fuel economy important to you? How can you not call Diesel Spec?
Now the industry is slightly changed where some of these even bigger fleets are starting to re-look at things and they're no longer looking at the warranty aspect but at the reliability aspect. If we take 10 trucks and we delete all of them, we lose all warranty, but they stay running down the road and they stay reliable, we're better off than having to buy 15 trucks just to have 10 on the road. This unit right here, again, this is an owner-operator. This is a 2013 truck. It's got an ISX 15-liter engine in it as well. This is probably the most common engine going down the road. You see more of this engine than any of the other engines. You're starting to see more Detroits and more Packars, but this Cummins engine is in a lot of the trucks going down the road. We do tons and tons of tuning, economy, deletes, everything on this engine. This particular case, we're gonna delete the EGR system and the DPF system, give this guy some more power, and he's mainly after fuel economy. So this engine's gonna have a 575 horsepower tune in it, 2050 torque, and he's hoping to pick up about a mile to 1.5 miles per gallon in fuel mileage, which is a huge number per month and then per year. This unit right here is 2015 T680 Kenworth. It's got an MX-13 Packar engine in it. That's a 13-liter engine. It actually has the best-in-class fuel mileage of any of the trucks going down the road. It gets great mileage, even with all the emission standards intact, but they definitely give you a lot of drama. This truck has full warranty on it, 100% full warranty, but the customer has made the decision he'd rather have his truck going down the road than have it in the dealership. So we're going to void all warranty on this unit. And he said if he could have full use of this truck for 12 months of the year, he could afford to rebuild it once a year, even if it blew up. So, which, I mean, again, that doesn't happen, but as I said, the industry has kind of changed and more people are going the direction of reliability rather than warranty. What's the sake of having the truck in the shop for 5 months out of the year? Unless you plan on being in Sandpoint, Idaho or something on holidays and you only work half the year. This particular fella, he's an owner-operator. This is his only truck. He supports his family on this truck. And he's only worked almost only half of the year. So we're gonna change that and hopefully he can get 11 months instead of 12 out of this year. The results are just staggering. If they got to rebuild their engine every year, they still are making more money. So the industry is really rapidly changing. from, it went through a time where, a good 10-year time where everybody would trade in to keep warranty running. You always wanted to have warranty on your truck. Every 2 years the guys were flipping in the trucks so that you could keep warranty. Well, all of a sudden when this California emissions stuff came into play, all of a sudden a guy that had Fred's Trucking that has, say, 10 trucks that makes revenue off 10 trucks, well, all of a sudden now he needs 15 trucks to make revenue off 10 trucks, because at any time he's got 5 in the dealership for emission-related issue. The tuning for these MX-13 brand new PACCAR engines just was released in January from Diesel Spec, and we've done quite a few tunes with it, and the results are amazing. Diesel Spec did a really good job on this. It was about a year in the making, but they sure did a good job, and it was worth the wait. It's going to pick the mileage up on this thing to about 7.5, even 7.8 miles per gallon. So he's going to get a 2 mile per gallon increase, which is huge. And at the same time, gain about 60 more horsepower. Around 2001, 2002, 2003, the computers and the ECUs started becoming more advanced and more high-tech. If you think of it like a laptop, are you using a laptop that's from 1998? It was probably 4 inches thick and takes 10 minutes to turn on. Well, the computers on those units are similar to that as well. This is an example of a customer who also wants to leave the OEM emission systems intact. But he needed more power. So we got the Diesel Spec tuning cart hooked up to it. This is basically the cart that we use for any of our tuning or deletes or programming from Diesel Spec. It has their remote tuner box down here. Also has the DSI handheld. This is a device we use for plugging directly into the ECM on both highway and agriculture equipment. Yeah, he's just short on power, so we're gonna give this guy another about 35 horsepower and another 150 foot-pounds of torque.
Next week on Trucker Television, Central Ontario Truck Driving Championships, Kitchener, Ontario. Amazing custom big rigs at 12 Gauge Customs. Expo Cam National Truck Show. ZZ Chrome Manufacturers, chrome and stainless steel truck accessories. And Rig of the Week. Trucker Television is brought to you by Chrome for Kids, supporting Children's Hospital. Trucker Television Advertising, we speak to millions. Truck and Roll on Kerr, truckers helping kids.